Welcome back. In case I ended the last part, can't remember. Anyway, we're going to do the level 5 job quest. Monocate, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must oft remind my arcanists to take meals, so absconded they do become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower Noscea, 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you to be back in time for breakfast. Today's the first time I played since the new trailer for 8.0 was released. I haven't watched it yet. I'll probably watch it when I get there, eventually. Maybe do a live reaction or something. But yeah, I've seen thumbnails of people who did watch it, and they all seem pretty positive, which is a good sign. Because usually the thumbnails for Final Fantasy XIV videos are not very positive. So, fingers crossed, I guess. Welcome back, Monocate. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at Malevolence Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I have had several crates transported to the cliff south of Sever Gate. I want you to examine those crates, and then return the inspected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating falcon. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. And we're back with some more Final Fantasy XIV. Don't know if I ended the part on the last time I recorded, but well, here we are. Haven't played for a few days. Busy with life and stuff. That must be nice in the rain. I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit that I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemy set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Let's see. Taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the numbers of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 7985. I said that wrong. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kilia, a Melvan's Gate assessor. Acting Guildmaster Turbergheim elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle? Does this matter? Desire to outwit an enemy. Aha! Just as I predicted. And now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take half a percent. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It is the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mr. Scribigheim is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. Ah, Monacate. Have you returned with the cargo? A wooden cargo crate used by Melvan's Gate to train new assessors. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in your profession, you understand. I also had word from Clelia regarding your performance. She seems eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instructions he offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Kilia carries? That's because of the rain. That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day since she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it is admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist's training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Monacate. Continue your practice with Carbuncle, as Clelia has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. Now let's do some side quests outside of the city. Because of course we're going to do side quests. Oh, I forgot one in the city. Let's do that now, once the NPCs bother to spawn in. Excuse me, miss, but might you have a moment or two to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks. Does he need to pee or something? And I require someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here in Limsa Lominsa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service of which the Brugaire Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver this package to their doorman, Lonwoord, along with our profuse gratitude. You'll find the dutiful sisters' convent down near Fisherman's Bottom. Pray deliver the package to the doorman, along with the sincere gratitude of the Brugaire Consortium. I wonder how I'm supposed to pronounce Lonwoord, because that would make sense to me as a Dutch person, but usually when I hear foreigners try to speak Dutch, they say Oe, though maybe it's Lonwoord? I don't know. Aye, this is the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss, a house of deep reflection and meditation, so unless you've proper business with us, you can kindly bugger off. A plain wrapped box, unmarked save for the words dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. What's this then? A parcel from the Brugaire Consortium? Eh? Let's have a peek inside. Oh, walnut bread and ginger cookies, and a few of them Bismarck sandwiches too. Them consortium girls know the right way to show appreciation. Some of them sisters have unholy appetites, so I better save a few bites for myself afore I take this inside. Ahem. You let Genassim know we're always here should her boss have need of us again. Yeah, it's really time to abandon the PS4. She's doing the pee dance again. Maybe it's from standing out in the rain. You've delivered the package as I requested? Very good. I shall pass on the sister's sentiment to my superiors. What manner of services do the dutiful sisters provide? Continue your stay in Limsa Lominsa, and you'll likely find out soon enough. In fact, if you're confident in your abilities and comfortable with the unconventional, you might wish to approach them yourself. And we will, but not now, we have side quests to do. Did I talk about the next expansion yet? I believe I did, but not in much detail. Well, I don't know much, but I've seen from thumbnails that people have made that apparently big changes are coming, but I hope they're not going to revamp the world or anything, not something like they did with Bow Cataclysm. 12 take me, if it ain't a real-life venturer. I could use some help if it's help you're proffering. You see, I'm tasked with tilling the orchards so that the roots of these here trees might breathe better, but it seems each and every step I take is straight into a damned molehill. I've already gone and lamed me left leg, and I can't afford to lame me right. So I was thinking I could get myself a true venturer to whack the bloody moles one good. What do you say? Mida was right. You can always trust a venturer to right the wrongs of this world. But enough of me yapping. Now get to whacking. Mida said the best place to whack a mole is straight upside his head. Oh, the orchards of Middle Noscea, I think it should be, are riddled with dangerous holes dug by Morrowby moles. It is high time the pests were given a good thumping. Like the first time when I played it, I had no idea how to pronounce it, so I just said La Noscea in my head. And I don't think they say it very much, at least not in 2.0, so I only heard it much later how you were actually supposed to pronounce it. But by then it had already stuck in my head as La Noscea. So if I make the mistake more often, I'm sorry. I'll try not to. Oh, I Yes, that's a problem. I don't think that's very likely given the philosophy of Final Fantasy XIV. It being story based, so if they remove a part of the story, that wouldn't sit quite right with most people. So I don't think they will do that, but I believe I saw a thumbnail that alluded to something like that, but that was mostly just clickbait. I should make more clickbait. Might boost my views. What I would love for them to do is change the world based on how far you are in how much progress you've made with the story. Like that when you start the expansion the world changes, or something like that. They should add some mechanic that you can change it back, or maybe just change it aesthetically, like no different objects or buildings or anything you can interact with. That way you can still play with your lower level friends. Or just that you can face back. That would be kinda cool. Maybe that's technically hard to do. There are few MMOs who do that. I believe Elder Scrolls Online has some mechanics that work like that. Where if you do a certain quest and make certain choices, the status of mobs changes from hostile to new if you need them for some crafting material or some such. But you affected the world. That's cool. I don't know any other game who does that. Online game, of course. What was I doing? Oh, right. Side quests.